Hey home bakers, it's Jack here, bakewithjack.co.uk, bringing you your weekly bread making tip every single Thursday. And today, nobody likes to hear this one, so I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Let's go. Hey you guys, welcome back. Thanks so much for hanging out with me every week. I feel like this is an important one, and yet when I get to the end of a class, nobody wants to hear it, and that's absolutely fine. What you do in your own home, at home, is absolutely fine. I don't judge anybody. Bread is at its best after you've let it rest. And that was an unintentional rhyme, but actually it works really, really well. It is at its best once it's rested up fully. And when I say rested up fully, this is the bit that nobody likes. Rested up fully is like until it's cool. And sometimes with a big loaf, this can take ages, like an hour and a half or something like that, until it's cool. That's when it's at its best, because once it's come out of the oven straight away, imagine this, it's so hot inside. There's so much steam in there. If you cut it open and start trying to eat it, it's gonna be really doughy and really gummy, and it's gonna sink into your tummy like a big lead weight. And not only that, but where you've cut it and the steam escapes, it's all gonna dry out the inside of your loaf, which is a real shame. It's going to dry out, all that moisture is going to evaporate instead of settling out into the crumb of the bread, making it nice and moist and tasty and delicious. It's going to evaporate out. It's going to leave a dry bit where you've cut it, and also the loaf's going to shrink up a little bit where it's lost that moisture, which is a real shame. It's not really about it continues. Lots of people say it continues cooking after it comes out of the oven or whatever. It's not really about it continues cooking. It's all part of the process itself. The whole big massive process ends with a little bit of patience at the end. And I must admit, yes, when I'm here in the evening time and I take an epic loaf of bread out of the oven in the evening, and me and my wife are sitting down on the couch watching something boring on TV, I'll take a little slice off the end after it's rested up a little bit. When it is, yes, still warm, cardinal sin, I know, I'll take a little slice off it and paint it with some cold butter and jam. It's delicious, and just eat it up. But I don't make a habit out of doing it, and I don't make a habit out especially straight from the oven. In fact, some breads require overnight rest, like 100% wholemeal rye bread is never as good as on the day that you made it as it is after it's rested for 24 hours. That doughiness, that stickiness, that gumminess that clings to the side of the knife all settles out and all goes away ready for the next day. Listen, I'm sorry to put a downer on your homemade bread making escapades. Escapades? Where did that come from? But like I said at the beginning, whatever you do in the privacy of your own home is absolutely fine. It's just, it's nice to appreciate the bread when it's at its peak, when it's just rested up beautifully and it's wonderful. It's like a steak. Never eat a steak off the grill. Let it rest up nicely. All the juices settle. Everything becomes wonderful and delicious. And then eat it after you've rested it. One, it's going to taste better because you rested it and you waited for longer. And two, everything settles and the actual thing itself becomes much better. Thank you very much for spending your time watching me talking about bread as if that's an actual thing that happens in 2018. I really appreciate every single one of you for being here. And if you don't want to miss stuff, and if you do want to help my channel grow, click the buttons, the thumbs up, the subscribe, the little bell, whatever you want to press it, put a comment underneath and have a chat with me, because I'm here. I pop in there. It's hard work. There's a lot of stuff to answer on here, on Instagram, on Facebook and Twitter, but I pop in there and I'll have a chat with you guys underneath, so please do join the conversation. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you next week for another bread making tip. Bye bye.